You're watching Truth versus Hype, the contenders of Battleground Delhi. We're at a roadshow for Kiran Bedi, the BJP's secret weapon to neutralise Arvind Kejriwal. We've come to understand whether her entry will galvanise the party or intensify its faction-ridden state unit. Will her somewhat eccentric personality be a deterrent to success? Or will these governance mantras she's coming up with turn the tide in favour of the party? Over the next 30 minutes, the BJP's Kiran Bedi gambles.
Kiran Bedi in her new avatar, a turnaround from her public disdain for all political parties.
Now, I've been watching several of your interviews and I'm still trying to pinpoint the precise moment where you felt that the BJP, Narendra Modi, was the best thing that happened to this country. When did that exactly happen?
When he started communicating. Probably first time I heard him, and then when I repeatedly heard him, I started to tell people our destiny is changing if this person comes.
Then, and I know you've been asked this before, then how do you explain all these tweets you sent about Narendra Modi, about saying that he will have to respond with clarity about the riots massacre despite the courts clearing him so far? He has the right to fast for communal harmony, but what if he planned to first reach out to families in need of healing? As per the SIT, he may be passing the legal exam, but is yet to pass prevailing perception of serious incidents which occurred under his watch. These were as recent as March of 2013.
Do we stand still in thoughts?
No, but what has changed?
Do we not outgrow something? Don't we outgrow? Don't we outgrow? Don't we evolve?
So what has changed about Mr. Modi that has led you to change your view?
Exactly.
Well, he's not.
His communications and his performance.
But he's not.
Her defense for the U-turn getting increasingly prickly.
What is your view on corruption as far as the BJP is concerned? Do you consider the BJP corrupt as a political party?
I don't consider them corrupt.
You don't consider them corrupt?
The kind of mass scale we were at that time agitating against the Congress because Congress was in power.
You were agitating against political parties as a whole.
Please listen to me.
Yes.
I was a part of the group, but you're asking my opinion.
All right.
I was agitating against the party in power.
A change of opinion is one thing, but Kiran Bedi now lavishes praise not just on the BJP or Narendra Modi, but even the parent organization.
What do you think is right with the RSS?
I want to ask you what's wrong with the RSS.
I, as a journalist, I'm not the arbiter of right and wrong, but the RSS is known to say things like, this is a Hindu country, this is Hindu Rashtra.
I'm a Hindu. What's wrong in saying, what's wrong if I say I'm a Hindu, though I don't?
No, they're not saying that, they're saying this is, as a country, this is Hindu Rashtra. They're not talking of the fact that there's a majority.
I don't think they say that.
This is
no,
precisely.
I've researched them also. I've read them also. I think this is your own extreme. Listen.
No. I can read out to you a tweet sent just,
in
fact, a few days ago by Mohan Bhagwat. The nation is Hindu Rashtra. This was sent on the 4th of January 2015.
First of all, I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert on the BJP nor on the RSS.
What's your view?
When pushed for an explanation, first a denial, then claiming ignorance, but no change in the praise.
But whatever I've understood of them, I feel they are a remarkable large national organization which volunteers so much of social work,
Her former allies, now political rivals, are not surprised. They say that even as she argued with them against starting a party, privately she would espouse a soft corner for the BJP.
While Kiran Bedi ji was opposed to forming of the party when we formed the party, but it was quite clear that she made a distinction between Congress and the BJP even then, and she used to say, let us choose the lesser evil, namely the BJP.
Outside the office of the District Magistrate of Krishna Nagar in East Delhi, on the day Kiran Bedi filed her nomination. The The enthusiasm, proof the BJP would argue that as far as the party is concerned, their gamble has worked.
हमारी सीएम बने, एक लेडी बने, वो हमारी दुख तकलीफों को ज्यादा जान पाएंगी।
अच्छा।
इसलिए, और उन्हें तजुर्बा भी है, 40 साल का तजुर्बा उनको।
क्या उम्मीद है किरण बेदी जी से?
वो आएंगी तो हमारा भविष्य बनेगा, हमारे बच्चों का बनेगा। इतने सालों से है।
और महिला सुरक्षा के लिए भी वो कदम उठाएंगी।
बिल्कुल।
लेकिन वो बीजेपी में नहीं रह चुकी हैं, बाहर से लाई गई हैं, इससे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है।
कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, हम खुश हैं। किरण बेदी जिंदाबाद। नारी शक्ति की यही पुकार, किरण बेदी अब की बार।
I say
Senior state leaders said to be disgruntled at her unilateral entry reined in. Now tell me, were you consulted before the declaration of Kiran Bedi as the chief ministerial candidate?
this controversy has been created by one media. I am to say you that I have categorically told them ours is the only political party in India which has got an inner democracy. Right?
But you have not answered my question.
I am coming to that. And due consultation has been made at every level.
So you
and individual questions I won't reply.
आप लोगों को बताया गया था कि वो सीएम कैंडिडेट बनेगी?
नहीं, ये तो ऊपर हाईकमांड तय करता है इसके बारे में जी, किंतु हमको तो थोड़ा तो मालूम रहता ही है.
But at the ground level, the cracks surface, like this argument that breaks out at the nomination event.
सीएम दावेदार उनको क्यों नहीं बनाया जिन्हें 40 साल का तजुर्बा जो बीजेपी में पहले थे?
कौन जैसे?
जैसे विजेंद्र गुप्ता, विजय मल्होत्रा, वो कहाँ है?
एक लेडी भी होनी चाहिए। नहीं, वो सब जीते थे।
और लेडी भी है क्या? जो 10-15 साल से
हमें बाहर का कैंडिडेट नहीं चाहिए। कृष्णा नगर विधानसभा को कृष्णा नगर में रहने वाला आदमी चाहिए।
किरण बेदी दिल्ली की है, हम सबकी है, हम हमारी नेता है। और देश को सुशासन लेने
वो भी बाहर के हैं, वो भी बाहर के हैं।
The dissent at outsiders stealing a march takes a high pitch at the office of the BJP's Delhi state unit. These are supporters of BJP state president Satish Upadhyay, angry that he was denied a ticket.
सतीश जी को टिकट मिलनी चाहिए महरौली विधानसभा से, और किसी को नहीं चाहिए, और कोई नहीं आना चाहिए। महरौली से सतीश उपाध्याय जी को ही आना चाहिए।
आज से पहले कभी ऐसा हुआ कि प्रदेश अध्यक्ष चुनाव नहीं लड़ेगा, फिर आज ऐसा क्यों होने जा रहे हैं?
He climbs the stage to try and pacify them. But below, tempers continue to flare. His attempts to enforce discipline ignored.
I think the opponents of Modi certainly feel that the Ramlila grounds rally, the enthusiasm was not what it had been in 2014, and they were also very conscious of the fact that Arvind Kejriwal was pointing to their absence of a clear leader, because after all Modi was not going to be the chief minister of Delhi, and somewhere that was having an impact.
Outside the office of the DM of Krishnanagar, the Aam Aadmi Party candidate with a small band of supporters heckled by the larger BJP crowd. They claim that Bedi will not dent them.
इसीलिए तो जनता वोट नहीं देगी उन्हें कि पहले जिसके साथ थी आज उसी के खिलाफ है। उनके अंदर लालच है और कोई बात नहीं है। सीएम के पद के लिए चलेगी। सीएम के पद का उसके अंदर लालच है, उस सीएम के पद के लिए चलेगी। अगर उसके अंदर लालच नहीं होता तो आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ जुड़ी रहती।
नहीं, लेकिन अगर एक तरह से देखा जाए, जो आपका एक यहाँ से एक थोड़ा ग्रुप है, वो काफी छोटा सा ग्रुप है बीजेपी का, तो आपने साइज देखा होगा।
वो 4 लोग 4 विधानसभा से हैं, वो 4 विधानसभा से हैं, हम 1 विधानसभा से हैं।
Can I explain it? हमारा जितना आपको एक ग्रुप दिख रहा है छोटा सा, ये सारा का सारा जो है, एक मिनट भाई बोलने दो सर को। 24/7 अपना काम छोड़ करके, खाना पीना छोड़ करके लगने वाला है। कोई खरीदा हुआ नहीं है, खरीदी हुई भीड़ नहीं है।
Regardless of charges of opportunism or the occasional moment of dissidence in her record, Kiran Bedi might be an energizing force for the Delhi BJP. But her articulation of big ideas on how to run the city remains somewhat unclear.
मैं आपको 6B formula बताती हूँ.
At a speech, Kiran Bedi outlines her mantra for Delhi.
टीचर्स कैसे अपना रोल प्ले करें, ये है असली पहली पी. अगर ये दो प्रीचर्स, प्रधान, पेरेंट्स, प्रिंसिपल्स शुरू हो जाएं, साथियों, मैं आपको बताती हूँ 80% प्रॉब्लम प्रिवेंट हो जाएगी.
In between are flashes of peevishness.
Can we sit down? I'm getting a little disturbed. Can I have your attention? ये murmuring जो चल रही है, मुझे भूल जाता है मुझे अगला क्या बोलना है. साथियों, अगर आपको एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए तो बाहर चले जाओ. साथियों, आपका धन्यवाद.
This is clearly gimmickry. Anybody who says that we have 6 P's or we have 6 S's, etc. with us is clearly resorting to gimmickry. I mean, this shows intellectual lightheadedness on her part.
What about, for example, the huge amount of urban poor in the city? Almost 50% of Delhi lives, as you know, in slums and in JJ clusters and resettlement colonies. What do you intend to do about them?
There is a lot of dropout there. Dropout, that's why I'm getting the school principals.
No, but I would argue that for people who live in those sorts of conditions, it's not just about their education. I mean, they are literally living a very, very fragile existence where they don't even have any security about their own home. They don't know when the bulldozers will come. They don't know when the slum will be demolished.
Bulldozers. There will be no bulldozers.
Are you therefore then saying that you will regularize all the slums and the JJ clusters?
1 minute. The unauthorized colonies which were existing till 2014 have already they stand regularized. Now there's a process of regularization which is to come in place after.
I'm asking not about the unauthorized colonies. I'm asking about slums and JJ clusters. Unauthorized colonies
Well, that too a policy has been announced, but not me. The Prime Minister, Jahan Juggi, Wahi Makan.